Hello and welcome back to Spekd. It's Conquest time. We have our same price, $7.99, and we have the other biker. Now, I'm not going to hide anything here. We have one biker for the price of two that we got in the other issue. Already not happy with this, but let's get it open up. Either way. Fighting opening. There we go. Beautiful. You gotta love it. Hobby time. Alright, so sprue check. Let's have a quick look. Again, this is the same sprue as before. No difference. So this makes up the third of your biker set of the squad. Now, originally when I did check the sheet, it did say that you can play these in the Conquest magazine as just two. In the main rule books and the codexes, you play them in threes. So that was an interesting thing. So in a way, this has got additional rules to make things legal. It is what it is. I've already seen what they look like. I haven't yet painted mine up. And the more I think about it, as I go through the process, I might put these on Vigilus. On my Vigilus setup. My Sons of the Phoenix. But that's for another time. So they could go over here. Alright, let's have a look. Now, colours, layout. Okay, I like the layout, I like the design. You got your colours there. A strong set of blue, cool contrast there. We're going for our violets. A little bit of touch of red up in there, making a nice little purple. There's good strong colours. They talk about white scars. They could have done themselves a favour. Put a white scar on that cover, and that would have combined with their current kind of cell of white scars. So issue 53, let's open it up and have a look. So first thing we want to look at here is we're looking at the Legacy of White Scars. We're looking at Rapid Strike. We're looking Legacy of Secrecy. That's not a good thing. That leads to chaos. Scout Bikers, Xenos Threat. Are we gonna get to see more in Tyranids? Horticulturalist Simulax. That's gonna be interesting. Bike build, paint, and the mission. Now, if this is like the last mission, they actually had like a combination of maps, and that was really good. Looking back at that, and if you haven't seen that, it's worth just checking that video out. So White Scars, right now, probably one of the hottest things as regards to Space Marines at the moment, because they've had like a recent change, and they're getting their own kind of index. So White Scars are all about speed, movement, and they predominantly use things like jet bikes. Once or twice they might use a jetpack, etc. And if you think of their bikes, they kind of look like Law Masters from Judge Dredd. And yes, they are the law. But they also come across very much like the Mongolians with Genghis Khan. And that's where all of these character aspects lie. And their Primarch Jagatai Khan has been missing for a while, but is probably on his way back fairly soon. I thought he was going to return actually with the Vigilus set and be with the orcs chasing them down with their speed war. But that's for another time. So here's some information, lore, histories. We've got quite a lot of lore in this. Legacy of Secrecy. One of the things that always disturbed me, well, it didn't disturb me, but when looking at Horus Heresy, was the lodges that they had, where all the kind of groups come together and just talk about what they were doing. And I think it was modelled after like the Masons, and how, you know, the Masonic rites and rituals kind of led to the heresy. But you know, when you read it, you'll see it. But one of the things that was clear is that some of the White Scars were actually down with that, and they didn't like a few of the loyalist members of the Emperor's Children, and that didn't turn out too well. Let's just say the Emperor's Children were blamed for lots of things. So Dark Angels are about the secrecy, and they are also another chapter which predominantly work with bikes quite a lot. They've got a lot of old tech, a lot of powerful old tech actually, and these are the guys which really the angels are about, apart from Blood Angels. But they're pretty cool. Scout bikes, really my thing. You know what? This is honestly the first time I've really even taken on board that they are like scout bikers. Like before this, I've never paid any attention to them whatsoever. Normally got a Space Marine on a bike, and that's the thing. It's like scouts, never noticed them. So maybe they got rule sets for them. I doubt it though. Not saying that you can't have them, but that's interesting. Now they have released Gene Stealer Cult bikers, something like, I can't remember the name, something Jackals. I can't remember the first part. And they look more like dirt bike riders. These guys look kind of odd now that we're seeing the Marines on their bikes, but it is what it is. Let's have a look, see what we've got. We've got Necrons, a bit of history. And one of the things that was really fun about the Necrons is they actually teamed up with the Blood Angels and to help fight off the invasion of the Tyranids, so to speak, or prevent the major oncoming of the Tyranids, but that didn't work out too well and it's not going to. No spoilers. We got some Eldari, we got the Dark Elder there. That's a nice picture, classic. Okay, Horticultus Slimax, the Gardener of Slime. I think that's somewhere along there. Okay, so this is one of the Heralds of Nurgle. He's got this snail-like creature, and he's the Gardener of Nurgle. Yeah, there we go. So that's what he does and what he's about. This character came in the Age of Sigmar box set, where it's Stormcast kind of versus the Nurgle characters, and it has like little Nurgle discs for the time. Now, although there's a lot of crossover from Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40k, they're not necessarily the same universe. You can argue they're a different reality, you could argue they're a different time frame, but normally it's accepted that they're different things, but they do have the Chaos Demons which kind of combine them together. So seeing him here is pretty much a surprise, but then again, why not? Moving on. So we've seen the build for the Space Marine bike. That is easy, straightforward before. So we're seeing the colours for the bike now. We're getting into the base coating colours, and that's fine. And if you are colouring these any other colour, just bear in mind, if you're doing Blood Angels, you've got your Mephiston. If you're doing, I don't know, your Minotaurs, you've got your browns. So, you know, you do your thing. Let's have a look. Shading on the bikes, we've got nothing new there. Null shading, recess shading. So all of this we've kind of collected before. I feel that this is a bit of a repeat, but if you have just joined, I suppose it is one of those things. Headgear, yeah, this is very much a reprint apart from the display screen here, if I remember rightly. Now this is actually quite interesting. A lot of times for my custodians, I will go back and kind of do that screen on their arm, on their forearm, same as my Death Watch. But I don't really do that on anything else. So like the inside of the Rhino, if you remember back to the Death Guard Rhino, I didn't paint inside of there. You're not really going to see it. It's not really accessible. And if you do want to have fun, you know, there's no problem with that. Just add on your screen. But do yourself a little favour, get some Mephiston red and just add a few little blips on there, and it looks like there's oncoming targets. And that's really cool. So finishing off there with the Astro Granite, and we just recently seen how to get the most out of that. So moving on to the Swift Strike here. So the Plagueburst Hauler, the Blight Drone against those three bikes. This is going to be interesting. Bear in mind that antenna probably will snap off at some point, so look after your bikes. So we're moving on. We have dual maps. We have an objective, dash for the banner. Actually, if you have a look at one of my tutorials, I've got one for flags. You can actually put a flag on that for creating banners. That could be fun. It might even be a good idea for a variation on a chapter Ancient. Okay, so we've got the single marker. What have we got? Death Guard here. Sorry, I'm jumping from place to place. So I'm looking at the map and I'm looking at the situation. I'm thinking nice combo map. we've got an objective in the center, we've got a deployment 6 inches either side, and obviously it's going to be race to the banner. So we got the Mephitic Blight Holder, Foul Blight Spawn, Fetid Bloat Drone, 12 Poxwalkers, 10 Cultists, versus our 3 Space Marine Bikers, Land Speeder, 5 Reavers, 5 Space Marine Scouts, and Lieutenant Calcius. These guys have a lot more speed. So if you're just going to get the banner, looking at victory conditions, just grab the banner and go and hide. That's what I'll do. Get rid of the Bloat Drone and the Blight Hauler. Maybe lock them down and go from there. Yeah, especially if you're inserting with the Reavers. Get them up there, grab it and run. If these guys get it first, you just screen out with all these guys, the Poxwalkers and Cultists, just send them off to suicide, so to speak. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Space Marines head. I mean, you know, you guys might think different, but hey. So that's a fairly quick issue. It really is straightforward. We've got Typhus up next, which everybody's really excited about, and I've got a copy. The Herald, finally stepping up to the plate. And we have our expanded, what do you call this? The Mechanicus, what do you call it? Oh, it's there. The Alchemite Pipes. So we're getting those on the board, and that kind of brings together all the things we're looking for on that mat. We are going to get another reactor, but I think we should be getting another mat in a few more issues. I say a few more issues, but when we hit about 60. So that will bring all that episode to a close. But these are really nice terrain pieces. So that's it for this issue. So this has been Spekd. I've enjoyed my time and I hope you've enjoyed yours. Have a good one, and PC out.